the bandwagon rolls on into another quarter-final here. Game of two halves, I'd say. How would you assess it?
Yeah, exactly the same. I felt really good going into it. Practice was really good again. Just them triple 20s, they kind of desert me a little bit. It's like I'm really not playing well, but I feel good. So yeah, after the first two sets, when I got away with it, I come back and to the break and said to myself, you've got to do something different because it ain't working, so you've got to change something. So I slowed the throw down and it started to work again. So I feel like sometimes maybe I'm just lobbing them too quickly, trying to fill the triple 20 up as quick as I can. And I actually did it in New Zealand, against Damonette. I slowed my throw down and then I did well. I made the final that week. So I looked back on that when it weren't going well, changed something, and yeah, it did. So I think maybe I'm going to slow the throw down a little bit. Sometimes I think I just throw too quickly.
Scoring power in the back end of that game, though, was incredible. That was like vintage.
Yeah, it was normal me. Yeah,
really finding your top gear at the business end of the tournament must please you.
Yeah, it does, and I'm just going to stick with that now. If you've had two sets where I don't know what the average of them two sets, but I felt like it was decent. So when I go into the next game on Friday, I'm going to start throwing a little bit slower because it seems to benefit me sometimes. And then when I find the rhythm, then I can get a bit quicker again. So like I just said, I think sometimes I'm just lobbing them too quickly, trying to force them in, and it don't work. So sometimes if you just slow the pace down, it works better for me, and it did there in the end. And then I think I started to get a little bit quicker when I felt comfortable again. So yeah, it's just about changing things. If they're not going right, just tinker with something that makes it go right, and then all of a sudden you're all confident again.
You seemed really happy up on stage, smiling and things like that, and enjoying the moment. Is this like a new version of you? Because I know you said before that you put too much pressure on yourself, but this looks like a carefree Luke Humphries at the moment.
Yeah, I wasn't smiling the whole time. Yeah, obviously a lot of people see me up there and they think I'm miserable and moody, but I'm not. I'm a really, if you see, me Phil, off stage, I'm one of the happiest people in the world, but when I'm up there, I'm just so dedicated to win. I don't want to sometimes be too happy and too smiley and put myself off. Sometimes I feel like I have to be like tunnel vision, just win the game and then you can be happy afterwards. So but there is moments where I feel like I enjoy myself a little bit. Like that one was lovely, and it was a good bit of fun there. And yeah, but maybe I could be a little bit fortunate. I think sometimes I win games that I'm very fortunate to do, but you don't win them all the time if you don't put the fear into people. And I felt like Krzysztof maybe tried too hard at the start, but then relaxed, and it was too late. But Krzysztof's a fantastic player. He really is. He's like I just said, he's very underrated. He's a solid player.
Cheers, Luke. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Luke, well done today.
Thank you.
Just on the pace of throw that you've been talking about a little bit, have you considered making that maybe a more permanent change to your actions?
I've not been thinking about it, but it could be. I think Krzysztof's quite a methodical player. He's very solid. He doesn't rush for people. He's not going to throw his darts really quickly and get out of the way for you as quick as possible. He takes his time. And I thought to myself, well, maybe I need to do that a little bit. Follow that rhythm. And obviously I've got Cameron on Friday, and he's very, very quick. So I feel like sometimes I can get embroiled in that, and I can start throwing even quicker than I usually do. So when I play Cameron, I think I need to relax and just maybe slow it down a little bit. Not slow him down, slow myself down, because you know what it's like when you get involved in a rhythm where someone's really quick. You just lobbing them too quick, and maybe that won me the game too much. Slowing that down.
You briefly mentioned about sort of that fear when you're playing your best. Do you feel like that is there when Luke Humphries is hitting that treble every visit? People are stood behind you, sort of fearing what's coming next, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Them like that. I think I had one good set against Nathan, but the first two sets against Krzysztof, they wasn't great. It was okay, but I'm thinking, when is that real Luke Humphries going to come out? It's nearly 4 sets now, and you've not. I don't think I did 180, or I'm thinking, come on, it's where is it? You can't carry on like this. And then it finally come out of me, and obviously I've seen the last 2 sets. It was vintage me. It was the one of the best players in the world that everyone is used to seeing. So, but one thing I always realise is that you can't keep doing that. You can't keep playing average first 2 sets because you won't get away with it. It's important that when I'm on Friday, I really do start off like I mean to carry on, because you ain't going to keep getting away with playing like every leg and every set.
Sorry, I'm not sure if you've seen the numbers yet, but 95.5 average.
Yeah. I haven't. I've not. Well, not particularly, but it kind of felt really good in the end. So I guess I probably would have pushed that right up the last 2 sets. The first two sets obviously would have probably been mid-80s, I would say, but the last 2 sets were really good, clinical, lots of 180s. I think I must have hit 5 or 6 in the end. So, if I can start off like that on Friday, then that's when the real dangerous meat comes out, and I can challenge everyone because, it hasn't been clinical vintage me the last couple of months, but, there's been other performances, like the Mike Didek 113 average where it's still there. So it's important that I take confidence from that and go into Friday and thinking, I can really perform at that level like I did in the last 2 sets. Thank you.
Luke, well done on reaching the quarter-final. You talked there about maybe sometimes players need to make changes. Where's the line between making micro changes to improve yourself and then overthinking things and maybe sometimes going a bit backwards?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the person and the player. I think I've got so much experience that I can sort of change things and not let it affect the performance. If I would have slowed it down, that didn't work, then I'd just gone back to normal within 6-9 darts. I've changed my flights, changed darts up there before many times. I will just try and find something that works sometimes. I think it's all about getting your head right and your confidence in your mind, because I feel like if it's not going right, you can just carry on doing what you're doing and accept that you're not going to play well, whereas I'm like determined, something's got to work. If I throw slower, sometimes I've been up there, I've thrown even faster than usual just because it's worked for me. So I've had a couple of Premier League nights where I've thrown normal, then I've thrown slow, and it's not so I've thrown even faster than I usually would, and that's gone well. So yeah, it's just about finding what works, and tonight slowing the pace down a little bit for my throw really worked.
You've touched on it a bit, but you've got Cameron Menzies next, and Cameron and Krzysztof are 2 different characters. Krzysztof doesn't give a lot away, whereas Cameron has admitted quite a lot that he gives away too much, and he said that he doesn't like showing that emotion, but he just can't help it.
I do as well.
Do you as a player have to approach a match differently? How difficult is it if Cameron's up there and he goes through a bad spell and starts reacting? How do you try and stay focused in your own game, stay in the zone?
Yeah, I mean, probably what people do when I'm a little bit negative, sometimes they probably jump on it and feel like, right, you've got to get him now because he's feeling negative. So, but Cameron's a funny player. Sometimes he's unplayable. I've played him many times, and sometimes he's not there. So, you don't really know what version you're going to get of him. But I'm always planning on playing the best version. If you think that you're going to play a not good version, then you can come unstuck. Every person I play, like Krzysztof tonight, I always think I'm going to play the best version of that person. So, maybe like that what puts me under pressure a little bit. I always think I'm going to play their A game. So, but I win a lot of it. So yeah, I'm just going to go into Friday thinking I'm going to be playing Cameron's A game, and hopefully I can match it.
Cheers, Luke. Well done tonight.
Thank you.
Congrats, Luke. Just wanted to talk to you about something you mentioned in your interview with Polly. You said that you regularly take energy gels.
Yeah.
When you're on your night, is it those carbohydrate like a marathon sprinter would take? Yeah. How often do you take them?
Oh, I don't take them in any other time than darts. It's energy gels. They give you energy. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not running the marathon or running, but they seem to have worked, to be honest. Like, I take electrolytes before I play just to keep my water retention up, because if you're up on the stage and you're sweating and stuff like that, it can take out you, make you feel a bit tired. So I make sure I have one of them before, and then the energy gels in between breaks, or I take one just before I play just to keep my energy levels up. It's important to go up there and feel good and not tired.
Well, that's it. Like, I think that's what a lot of fans don't appreciate with darts, especially like in your World Championship matches.
Yeah.
You're going on hours on that stage, so there's probably a few similarities with marathon sprinting that people don't realise. Maybe.
Yeah, well, it's I think a lot of the sports where you're running or you're doing a lot of energy burning, that you would obviously take them a lot more. But I don't know if it physically works. It just feels like it works for me. I feel like I don't ever get tired when I'm up there, and there was a moment 2 or 3 years ago where I used to feel a little bit tired up on the stage, so I thought I had to change something, and then it just worked. Whether it's mentally or physically, it definitely helps me.
Was that something that was recommended from someone else, or did you just take that off your own back?
Yeah, a bit of both, to be honest. Yeah, it was recommended by someone who I know who's well into nutrition and stuff like that, and that's why I have these healthy meals you see on Instagram as well, to keep myself really good feeling through the week. Eat any bad foods, they make you feel a bit lethargic, so I like to keep myself healthy and through the week make myself feel light and energetic, because that's important.
Thank you.
Congratulations.